2.
Hello. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3.
All right, so
We are live today here, Friday the 7th, 2025.
is being able to exit out of some of these warnings.
Once
Let's follow
again,
Brad in the meantime.
for severe weather again here in the Tennessee and the Illinois valleys.
And I'm going to try to
Clarksville.
fix some of this stuff in real time. Once again, we're going to cover this severe weather as diligently as possible. But if we have an opportunity here to fix stuff on the fly, this is the perfect kind of stream to do that.
Let's see.
Weather intensity score is 57. It's not low, right? It's not nothing. But it's also not what we're normally live for. You know what I'm saying?
So Everything's all right.
All right, we'll let that cook a little bit. How's it going, guys? Once again, I am looking at chat intermittently here as I navigate a bunch of different windows in front of me. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Nashville, Tennessee, and that's one of the big reasons why we're live right now. But we're also just generally testing out some stuff here with the new program that we've got. Getting ready for bigger severe weather events that will ultimately come this fall, and especially as we go into the spring. We want to make sure there's no troubleshooting that has to go on during that. There's a decent storm down here further south, moving over towards Centerville. That one's not severe warned right now, but it's probably going to pack some hail by the time it gets to Centerville, so get ready for that. All right, we're going to stop following Brad for a second. I want to come back over to this camera too. I want to make sure we keep it up. All right, it's getting a little bit closer. So this is Brad's point of view. We do have some other chasers out there. Jaden Pappenheim, who is, whoa, what the heck?
Whoa! Jesus Christ!
What?
What?
Well, that's certainly random. So
Whoa.
that's not, that's obviously not weather related there. But my goodness. Jaden Pappenheim down here in Butler County, Alabama, just rolled up on quite the scene. What the heck? Well, what I was going to say, hopefully those people are okay. But what I was going to say is they're down here in Alabama because we've also got some storms down here where they are that we need to keep track of. My goodness. And then Rob McBay is up here in Tennessee as well. All right, let's see if we've made any progress here. So I've selected this morning, and now I'm clicking X. There we go. There we go. We're fixing stuff. This is the point. This is why we're doing this. What kind of problems do we come across, and what can we fix in real time? Now I can deselect warnings. Great. Great, great, great. All right, so let's throw Brad Arnold back up here. Oh, yeah, that's another thing that I've got to fix. It's obviously really dark where he is, but the rotation looks a little bit less impressive now. This storm is still sucking in a bunch of air. You can see that with the green inbounds here, and it is still rotating. There's a little bit of rain-cooled air trying to get into the mix there, but there's, if anything, it's very broad rotation, right? It's not something that we've got to be too awfully daggone worried about.
All right, let's see.
Weather-wise, weather-wise. If you guys want to follow along with your own radar app, you can do so with WeatherWise. And there's also something else really cool that I want to try right now. If you've got WeatherWise, open it up. All right, open it up. If you don't have WeatherWise, what in the world? Are you kidding me? Download it. It's free. There's a link in the description. But open up your WeatherWise app, and we're going to try something. Now, this is probably going to break my program. All right? But this is why we're here. This is why we're here right now. All right. So first of all, open up WeatherWise. Go ahead and find your town. Load your radar up. Do all that good stuff. But we've got something new in here that I think is going to be useful, especially on busy days. If you come over into the sidebar, and you can do this on iOS, Android, or in your web browser, you go to y'all mode. All right. You can share your location with me. Now, right now it says location sharing is unavailable while Ryan is not live. I am live. So hopefully we can get that turned on. Whenever that lights up green or blue or whatever color it is, and it recognizes that I'm live, the idea here is that we are going to be able to click this, all right, and share your location with me. It's going to be super cool. Okay, I'm going to refresh the page here. I'm going to go to y'all mode. There we go. Okay, you can share your location with me. Now, here's some stuff to consider. I know a lot of you guys are already thinking, like, what? What are you talking about? All submissions are anonymous. Okay, even if you have a WeatherWise account, we don't know who sent us the location. The location is accurate. It's your approximate location. Okay, if you just if you're concerned about that, you know what I mean. The location is automatically deleted after 1 hour. Only I have access to this. Okay, and the purpose of it here is to see how many people we've got watching and in what areas. All right, and in real time. So if I come back over here to the map, wow, yeah, there's a bunch of you watching right now. Look at this. Look at this. I've got dots. I've got dots in real time. Now that's cool. This is where everybody's watching right now. So there are there's 349 of you that have shared your location with me. Yes, this is awesome. This is going to be big. So some of you are actually in the storm right now. We've got a couple people watching in Bellevue. We got a lot of people watching on the east side of Nashville. So you guys have got the top part of the storm coming here. Okay. So whenever this part gets over there, we're going to have some hail. We're going to have some strong winds. But the strongest part of the storm is right down here in Bellevue. Okay. And that's going to continue to move over towards Forest Hills and Brentwood. We've got some people watching down here near Nolensville. Where are the most people watching? There's a lot of people watching, I mean, right around Nashville. But of course, we've got a bunch of markers over here in Clarksville. Of course. I need to have it like count up some real-time stats, like what state has the most people. Obviously, right now it's Tennessee. Dang, there's 801 markers now. All right, when is the program going to crash, Bulls? Dude, this is so cool.
This bro's trying to crash.
This is so cool. 926 markers. All right, so here's another cool thing, right? So we really want to support the developers at WeatherWise. WeatherWise is a free app. But the only reason it can be free, it's obviously an expensive operation, is because there's a bunch of you who voluntarily pay for Pro and Plus features in the app. All right. So if you are a Plus subscriber or a Pro subscriber, you can customize your dot whenever you come through. Like your location is a little bit more apparent, right? Some people have selected the y'all bot icon. Some people have selected the R logo. We'll add more of these as time goes on. But if you're a free user, you still show up. It's just you're a blue dot. You're a blue dot. Okay, you're just a blue dot. Now there's one more thing. If you come over here to your WeatherWise app and you share your location with me, and you're a Plus subscriber, you can add a message. All right, we're just trying to figure out ways to make this more interactive. You can add a message, and there's a chance that, you know, if I've got time, I'll click on your dot and I'll be able to see your message. All right, but that's only for Plus people. But once again, it's a free app and everybody can share their location. Amazing stuff from the WeatherWise team. Once again, let me zoom out here and show you where everybody's watching from right now. Look at this. I wonder, is there anybody like Yeah, there's somebody in Australia watching. There's 2 people in Australia watching. I mean, there's probably more people watching, right? They're just not in the WeatherWise app. We've actually got a significant amount of people over here in the United Kingdom, Germany. Nice. But of course, the vast majority of people are right here where the storms are. Holy smokes, man. This is cool. All right, so we've actually got a lot of you that are watching right now in Bellevue. What's going on down there? Let me know in the chat, like what's happening. And remember, you can share photos and videos with us if you can do so safely. Over there on ryanhallyall.com/submit. We'll try out that again for this as well. But we did just get a hail report here, just south of Bellevue. So we got an official hail report, 1 inch in diameter hail near Pasco. Or Pasco, yeah. Dang, we're up to 2,300 markers. 2,300 markers. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be so useful, guys. This is going to be so useful whenever we, like on a really busy day, when we've got several storms that I'm trying to keep track of. One of the things that this is going to help me do is prioritize ones where we've got a lot of viewers. Now, don't get me wrong. We're always going to try to touch everything. And, you know, sometimes we're not going to have a lot of viewers in a certain area because it's more rural. We're not going to overlook rural stuff, but like it is going to be nice to know where are the people watching and where should I focus my attention. This is amazing. This is crazy. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, you don't know what I'm talking about. All of these dots represent the location of people who are watching right now and are using the WeatherWise app. And if you go into the free WeatherWise app and you click over here on Y'all mode, you can click share your location with Ryan, and it will be shared with me. And that'll help me determine where to focus my attention. Oh, we got another problem with the X button on reports. So we're clearing out bugs. And of course, once we got to get back into radar mode here, I can turn the markers off, right? Oh, okay, there's another bug. I got to write that one down. When I turn the markers off, it's not clearing them from the map. It's just stopping getting new ones in. All right, I'm going to write that down real quick. Yeah, because we don't want them on there all the time, but I will consistently flip them on and then back off. You know what I'm saying? Okay, in the toggles, when I turn locations. Yeah. So you guys can see why I was excited to go live today. Because we got a lot of cool stuff that we've been working on. And I think it's going to help a lot of people in the future whenever we're live for this stuff. And, you know, we've got a lot of bad stuff going on. Thankfully, right now, we don't have a whole lot of bad stuff going on. But there is some stuff going on. This is what it looks like in Rickman, Tennessee right now. With a pretty strong storm that's going by over here north of Cookeville. And of course, we've got viewers right smack dab in the middle of it. I don't think I've found one of these with a message yet, but that one might end up being severe warned. We've also got a pretty strong storm up here moving into Scottsville. We've got a pretty strong storm moving into Scottsville. We've got quite a few viewers up here watching in Scottsville. I see you. I see you. Not exactly where you are, of course, but your approximate location. I see you. But you got, honestly, I think this might be our next storm that becomes severe warned. Let's see. There's a little bit of rotation in there, but it's nothing crazy. And then our strongest storm right now with some significant rotation starting to show up is south of Nashville now. Brad Arnold is still on this, and we're going to continue to follow him as he gets closer. Yeah, this actually might be a pretty important storm that we should kind of hone in on here. We've got some viewers that are watching right now that are literally right in the part of the storm that would be rotating. So also, you know, this is Brad Arnold's live location right here. One of our viewers, one of our plus subscribers, you live right next to where Brad Arnold just drove by. So Brad Arnold is only out there when he thinks he might be able to see a tornado. So, you know, keep that in mind. We've got some people that live up here near Barry's Chapel that are in line for getting the rear flank downdraft side of this as well. Once again, there's a little bit of rotation right here. It's nothing too crazy, but if the couple more frames look like this, and especially a little bit more robust, we might see a new severe thunderstorm warning issued, potentially with tornado possible tag, or maybe even a full-blown tornado warning as the storm approaches I-65 south of Nashville. All right, I'm going to reload my program here. I've deployed what I think might be a fix. Turn this on, off. On, off. Boom. All right, so great. I can do that now. All right, so if you're just now tuning in, we've got a bunch of people watching right now that are inside of this significant severe thunderstorm warning. Trained weather spotters have indicated 1.5 inch hail. 1.5 inch hail over here in the Nashville area. I'm going to turn our markers off real quick. You can see where Nashville is. You can see where the biggest hail core is. It's just south of Brentwood, okay? We've got very heavy rain and some hail getting ready to move into the Brentwood area. We should be able to see that more than likely from this camera. There's hail in there. There's hail in there somewhere. All right, let's see here. Are there any other views? We'll add this. We'll add that. I'm adding a bunch of cameras to the thing that we're watching here. We'll come over here to this grid view. And we'll chop it down to 4. Yeah, there we go. So this is what it looks like right now south of Nashville, okay, in that severe thunderstorm that's coming down into the Governor's Club and Owl Creek area. We do have several of you that live in the path of this, all right? I'm looking at these markers right now that show me where you guys live, and there's actually quite a few of you that live in the path here. Now, there's a lot of you that live in downtown Nashville. Honestly, the worst of the storm is just about over for you. Okay, but it's moving into the Owl Creek and Nolensville area next. Do we have anybody down here? My goodness, no matter when we go live, Clarksville is always going to be lit up like this. Doesn't matter who we're focused on, Clarksville is going to be lit up. But the good news for you, Clarksville, is the storms are past you now. Okay, the storms are past you now. But thankfully, it does look like we've got a lot of people watching in the direct path of the storm here. So once again, you're going to want to get indoors and stay away from windows in the path of this storm over here near Cool Springs. Now, this is not a tornado warning, but there is some broad rotation here, and we've got some hail. We do have some hail coming in that will be up to 1.5 inches in diameter as it goes across Interstate 65. Let's see what this looks like from Brad Arnold's point of view again. He is just about to make it to Interstate 65. He's currently on the road near McAllister's Deli. And you can see that he's right in front of the storm. That's why he's not in very significant precipitation just yet. But if this thing starts to produce a tornado, we should be able to see it from Brad Arnold's point of view. And we'll show that to you. So let me zoom out a little bit more, and we will show you what's going on. We've only got one severe thunderstorm warning right now. We got a bunch of these purple boxes, which indicate special weather statements. So some weaker storms are moving into places like Crawford, Tennessee. There might be some small hail out there. But yeah, we're continuing to watch the storms up here in southern portions of Kentucky. But these also don't look too bad right now. There's nothing to talk about. If I'm not talking about your area, even though we got a bunch of people watching up here, I see you. The only reason why we're not talking about your storm in particular is because, it's just not as severe as some of these other ones. Thank goodness, right? And that could change. We'll come up here to Berea. I see there's a bunch of you in Berea. If things change, all right? But these storms right here are mostly garden variety right now. Where else are people watching? Do we got anybody watching down here? It doesn't look like we have a lot of people watching right now in Alabama, but there is some stuff going on down here. And we've got some other storm chasers that are helping us keep an eye on what's going on down there. Let's pull up Jaden Pappenheim. Last time we pulled up his camera, it was a pretty crazy scene, but now you can see that we've just got some dark skies out here near Fort Deposit. They're tracking a storm down here, also on Interstate 65 in Alabama, for a storm that might become severe warned at some point in the near future. We've also got a little storm down here near Cuthbert. Wonder if we can see that from the traffic camera. Nope, we ain't seeing nothing from this traffic camera except for the ground. But yeah, if you're in Cuthbert, get ready. We've got a pretty strong storm coming out of Alabama and into southwestern Georgia over there. Also, as I am zoomed out here, I want to draw your attention to just the general red zone here. That's going to represent our tornado watch. There is a tornado watch in effect for the next 5 hours for all of Middle Tennessee, a little bit of northern Alabama, and extreme